You humans weave plots of novels so complicated that, when you think about it, they couldn't be the fruit of imagination alone. Even in my day, at the court of the King of France, all sorts of things happened. Clandestine affairs, jealousy, murder, and all to reveal what resided in our hearts. I had an ever-growing thirst for knowledge. I wanted to turn the lead of my heartbreak into the gold of understanding. I began to follow the counsel of the Master, who was teaching me the alchemy of the soul with the art of being present. That is, I had to be present to myself and to my feelings without any excuses to run away from what I felt in my heart. So I began to observe everything that was happening to me with constant, painstaking care. If I felt a deep jealousy for my wife, the marvellous Isabel, I had to explore this burning inner buckthorn while she flirted at the table with another diner in a blatantly impudent manner. I tried to endure more and more each time, pushing myself further and further, until one day I felt such a disproportionate resentment, more towards her than towards the man of her desires, and forcing myself to be present in these blind torments, I sought to study carefully the shape of my anger, as well as the smell and the colours of this disturbing feeling of jealousy. Isabel was laughing gaily with her new friend, sometimes granting me a sympathetic look for the pitiful state I was in. I really must have looked to her like a sentimental wretch, but this time I was forcing myself not to run away, to be present to myself, even if I was feeling utter disgust for my slothful status of beggar. I felt waves of heat and cold, and at times I couldn't breathe, so agitated was I, the feeling of discouragement supreme. I tried to penetrate that very intense, even stinging pain, which was becoming physical. It was giving me a bad stomachache. It was clotting on what the Master would then describe as the solar plexus, with all the feeling of helplessness, despair, and self-loathing at having accepted such treatment for years, for loving her all the same, for continuing to punish myself in that atrocious way, forcing myself to endure, like a slave, all her flirtations and betrayals.